So without further ado, I want to introduce Hannah Gelb.
I think there's been a correction in our society. We have a lot more time as couples and as families. And can we make some corrections in our relationships? And that means our spouses and our partners might not always be able to fill our needs, but can we at least express them? You know, something that I've been thinking about a lot is that we're spending so much time together, we think we really know what's going on with each other.
Lauren and Noel are the experts in their fields this week that we've invited to the conversation. Lauren Weinstein is actually a communication coach and a consultant, and together with her boyfriend of 6 months, which I'm so excited to meet you, Noel. Noel Rosencranz actually is in the same field. He's worked as an executive coach and a trainer for 15 years. He's the founder of Act Now Coaching. So Lauren and Noel, please welcome to the Nurture series. We're so happy to have you.
Great to be here.
So the $1 million question is, if you see your partner, not that this ever happens to me, but if you ever see your partner needing to fix something, how do you have healthy dialogue around giving each other critique?
One is, I think, like, even just the language matters. So rather than like for him, like, oh, you need to fix this, it's like, oh, I think it would really serve you, right? Or I think your relationships would be stronger if.
Whenever two people are in a relationship, they generally think that they're right. Especially when you're dating someone, you have a really intimate view of who they actually are, and you see their insecurities and the challenges that they face. And so I try to lovingly offer the perspective of where she might go or the path that she might go when we're not in a conflict.
Now let's get back to the arguments.
My favorite topic.
We've all been stuck indoors for months at a time. Most of the time we're together. And one of the big questions that comes up is, how do you create intimacy and connection when you're always together, but you're not really connected?
I think one is just setting aside specific connection time. And also like going to like John Gottman. I think you maybe mentioned you spoke about him.
So we talked about John last week. There are these wonderful cards that John created. And I guess they're prompt cards to get you to have these conversations that are more vulnerable. Because it's hard to just like, what do you talk about when you see each other all day? But I know he talks about the Four Horsemen. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so they're basically relationship killers. So like, for example, defensiveness. So there's often a trigger, right? Somebody doesn't call you back, somebody doesn't clean up their clothes. So we normally deal with the trigger, but in the world of emotional intelligence, we actually understand like, what am I needing and what am I feeling in this moment?
I want you to even turn to each other. Did you ask each other how your day was going or how your week was going?
Thank you for joining the Nurture series, a healing space to create better connection. This has been a YP Beth Jacob project.